Oh, thanks, Max. I probably shouldn't have spent the money on this Dexessa. I probably should have just held it and used it on the next Kill Team release. That might be my bad. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. There we go. This is my winnings. $15 entry fee, $100 payout for first place. The store has a lot of like older boxes. When I say older boxes, I mean they've had the boxes for years, basically. So they had two of these. One was $5 more because they had this one from before one of the price increases in the past. And then that one existed. I think that one is still like a cheaper price than what you get online. So for $15 plus an extra 10, I got this. So $25. All it took was 8 hours worth of games. where my mandrakes actually kind of shredded. I had a tie, though. My third round was a tie. I almost only made $50. Sadly, he lost to his opponent in the following round. What's up, J Peacock? Okay, this might not require me to build too much. Now that I'm looking at it. Oh, God, these are going to be insane. Have not tried it. There was supposed to be someone playing it at the tournament, but I think they dropped. Which one do we want to go? What's the difference? What's the visual and aesthetic difference? I don't play this in AOS. So this is mostly meant to go on a base about this size to be a Demon Prince. Okay, I think they're mostly the same. I think it's head. One of them looks like they carry a sash. So there's some visual and aesthetic changes. Is there a core body or no? Well, I made $100, so I worked a full day retail. Well, oh no, I didn't. So retail on average, depending on the stores you work, only give you 6 hours. Because if it's a big enough store, they don't want you to make money. Or they don't want you to have medical. So places like Wawa make all their people go home after 6 hours in a day. We can try to go over them a little bit, J Peacock. For how to play. Like, does something confuse you about them? I think we go with Dexessa. I like this big peacock fan blade thing on their back. No, no. The guy that earned second place was playing Corsairs, I believe. He was fun. That was a fun game. That was a wildly fun game. I mean, I wish I could see, like, the main thing about their rules, right, is you can only do the up or down once per turn. I think there's a problem there, right? Like, there has to be a problem there, because you're going to have to pre-plan when you go up versus when you go down. Giggity, I guess. I'm kind of interested in building the legs here. Like, if you want, I can pull up their info and we could go unit by unit. Have you never played them before, or like in like a tournament or narrative setting? Trying to find like new and interesting ways to play them? Because they're pretty cool. To my understanding, their burrowing rule gets around walls. So like if you're playing the narrative and it's Tomb World or whatever, you'll be able to be like, I'm going to put my hole and tunnel through this wall or whatever. Jesus Christ, you people just pouring in. What's up? Dude, this Tau kill team has been on everyone's mind. Ever since the, do I put up split chat? I kind of want to. I get that I'm a small content creator, so I'll probably go unnoticed by Twitch and their anger about showing chat on screen, apparently. This is not a keeper kit. No, this is either Dexessa or Sinessa. This is it. We're going to go with this one because this one looks baller. But I think this back component, we're going to be doing possibly even some of these. No, I think we can do these. Because this is in my Emperor's Children paint scheme, so it's going to be glowy pink from below. So these kind of have to be on. This back thing, though, we're going to do some fun stuff. Yeah. Call the person I tied against. Like, I was going undefeated, and then I tied into Corsairs. It felt like I was pretty dominant. I gave him one of my warriors early, and then I took out 2 of his specialists, like, effectively, without any issue. I was just, like, dead, and he was like, oh, God. Twitch has always had issues with showing chat on screen. It's just, they only really, like, effectively, like, ruin people over it. For, like, if they see it, if they can kind of spot it or something. Like, it's not, like, a big thing necessarily. I mean, honestly, we can do it, in worst case scenario, I get banned for a little bit. Like, I don't stream consistently. It does make me a little sad, though. Like, I want you guys to, like, see each other talking. Because for some reason, you're all out here. Hiya! It's a little small, but it's there. But yeah, so many people have been clamoring for this stealth suit team. The amount of times I've talked to people who are like, dude, they could just use, like, the experimental weaponry. They could do all this cool stuff over here. Like, they could factor these things in. Like, man, people really wanted this. To see them be like, yo, stealth suits. Whew. Pretty cool. IMO. Space Wolves are okay, though. They're adding another dog to the list of Kill Team good boys. Let me go back through chat, because you guys all kind of popped in and, like, blew my shit up. I currently don't have any more upcoming events. I'm still doing the narrative, J. Peacock. Haven't had a sense and chance when they were released. I mean, if you want to go over Raveners, Peacock, we can try to look at them to see, like, the way you could play them, the focuses you need. I imagine they are hard because you lose one guy. You kind of have to plan to lose one guy by turn 3 if you want that team to be effective. If you lose one guy too early, you're just going to lose, I feel like. Emperor's Children don't get full demons, no. Neither do Thousand Sons nor World Eaters. They take out pretty much all the champions, is the big thing. Like, I have all those Chaos Demon champions for Thousand Sons that I was like, oh, maybe this will work. And then they just decided not to do it. Like, Dexeza and these, you can't do them. I'm building them explicitly to be a Demon Prince. Like, I want to put them on this as a base. I think they are going to end up being a Demon Prince with wings, because I think the back fan might be the same width as this. We'll see in a second. I might actually build that first, because I think they just want... Oh, no, you actually kind of have to put it together. Sort of. Dude, this is so ridiculous. Like, it's not a lot of parts, but it's insane. So we can try to build these. Oh, Battle of the Bands. They do need to do another... Nah, they don't necessarily have to do another Votann team anytime soon. Jaegers are really good. Like, you go ITD with Jaegers, oh, or anything close quarters, Jaegers are just way too good. They have so much blast potential that just immediately becomes lethal 5. And the stats on their blast weapons aren't bad. It's not like chip damage on blast. It's serious damage on blast. To provide lethal 5 to that on top of it is just so brutal. It's cool though. This was good, and I want to push with these guys a little bit. The group that I ran with, apparently they try to do stuff Thursdays, but I think when they told me that, what they meant was they do stuff Thursday nights, which would mean I would need to figure out. This is a weird situation with the store that they work at. In order for me to get to this store, I have to cross a bridge. And that's not that bad. Unless it's a specific time of day. Ooh, you're doing an event for War Machine. Hopefully it's good. I did say I wanted War Machine to, like, take off after, you know, they tried to come back. After heavily screwing up. And then, of course, new company. So maybe, I don't know. New company's methodology seems to be good for money making. But we'll have to see about support. And most tournaments and events always require fans to handle it more than anything else. So we'll have to see how that works. Whoa. Again, to everyone in chat, I am also streaming on Twitch. That is where the music currently is. Corsairs are pretty good. You have to know what to sacrifice to make them good, though. Like, you have to know when to let who die. You have, like, 3 characters in that team who are really good nukes in a box. You have the melee specialist with the dual power swords. You have the teleporter, the warp spider. She's also very much a nuke in a box. And then you have the dual pistol wielder. That is very much a nuke in a box. You have a good sustained damage output guy in the form of the medium gunner. I believe they opened it up to allow you to take a medium and heavy gunner, but there's like a limitation. You can't just take a blaster and a wraith cannon, I don't think. You'd have to double check that. They're good. They're genuinely good. It sucks that they're going away. Competitively, you can still play them. But on a competitive... I gotta replace this. This is getting bad. On a competitive level, you won't be able to at tournaments. Like, sanctioned, you know, full on. This is Games Workshop managing this tournaments. That should be after Nova, is what everyone's guessing. I think Nova. It's either Nova or LVO. It's whatever the next big event is. Because I do think they're good, and if you consider that a lot of the teams that are going away in Season 1's removal from competitive, a lot of them are getting kind of replacement teams. We got the stealth suits. Pathfinders are going away. I don't think they're that worried about doing a Chaos Space Marine team necessarily, although we did get Plague Marines. But Nemesis Claw is a Season 3 team, so it's going to be a while before Nemesis Claw goes away, and that's basically Legionary. You've got the new Battleclade. So that's the new AdMech team. I would consider Mandrakes to be very close to like Harlequins. I wouldn't put them in the same vein as Corsairs. You've of course got the new Necron team taking over for Hyrotech, but that's like even Season 2. Like, it genuinely feels like they're trying to cover a lot of the teams to make sure there's at least like an option you can have in the newer seasons. But yeah, Corsairs are good. Even their warriors. Like, there's rationale in taking warriors. And I was trying to get back into doing battle reports on YouTube, so I was playing a game basically against myself, because that's all I had really going for me a little bit there. And I kind of screwed up the recording of it, so it gave me a shot to basically run it back. It was Harlequins versus Corsairs, because I kind of wanted to see that. And the first time I ran it, I ran with like a sniper and all these like range specialists on the Corsair side. And the Corsairs got crushed because their front line crumbled. The trades weren't good. And then that was it. But then the second time I played it back, I was like, let me just take warriors instead. I'm just going to take melee warriors. I don't need to use range specialists if I can't shoot with them because I'm fighting Harlequins and Harlequins don't care. And my Corsairs crushed them. Their trades were just so much better. They had like 3 warriors to trade with. And those warriors had a very good chance at just outright killing a Harlequin. And they have some pretty good built-in passives as well. Like, warriors have good passives in this season that I don't think enough people are talking about. There is a rationale with most of the teams to take more warriors than you would expect. My issue with War Machine is that 3D printed side. It's something... I've been watching a little bit of Lords of War, because I think their perspective on a lot of these like games like Trench Crusade and stuff is pretty good. It's pretty reasonable, because you look at the games and you think these are going to be good games. A lot of people funded them. But without storefront, like without any storefront presence, you don't gain traction, which also means you don't really have places to go to grow communities, which means it's very difficult to put on events. So if War Machine can get back into storefronts, maybe. But like if everything from War Machine is you have to order online, it has to come from their website, it has to be from a 3D print group, I don't know if that's going to expand super much. Hopefully your event's good, though. Take pictures, man. Get some pictures. You can post them in the Discord. Oh, thanks, Deherminator. Once you start getting down the basics, it is really about kind of getting simple stuff down. Like, even at this event, it was being run by a guy who actually won the local, I guess, sort of local. It's like a northern... It was in PA, I think he said. It was like northern PA. They were doing an event for the release of the Kill Team 3 edition, right? Oh, I didn't just get this. I didn't just get that from the money. I also got a... Apparently he ordered a ton... Well, he ordered a basic brush set off the internet. And they sent him, like, a bunch of them for some reason. So he was like, that's going to be... I also feel like War Machine burned too many stores. Max. Like, I feel like they burned way too many stores. So it's an uphill battle, in my opinion, to get storefronts to be like, oh yeah, we'll try again. Ooh, this is going to be hard. But this is what I want to not glue on. I need this to be sub-assembled. So we're going to figure out how to sub-assemble this. We might need the back prepped, if that's the case. That way I can at least put it onto the back with the connectors. And then we'll glue just this component here. Yeah, we'll have to see. There has to be a proper contender for tabletop, though. I do feel like it's getting a little too one-sided. Competition is always good because it forces companies to make decisions that are like possibly a little better for us as consumers, as opposed to like that's it, right? Like, oh, and trophy, which is impossible to. There you go. Yeah, another glass trophy. God, now I'm thinking of Raveners with all the questions. Because it is going to start becoming important, I think, in Kill Team to start looking into whether or not you can play a 5-person team. Because 4 rounds, 5 people. How cagey do you have to play that team? That's got to be insane. I really wish the person who was going to play Raveners actually came out. And I got to talk to them. Because they were like, we play... like I said before... oh, man, I've been derailing all day long. Like I was saying, the place where they play is currently a half an hour away from me. If they play at a specific time of day, though, because of traffic, it's an hour and a half away from me. It's a running concept in that location that there are 2 times of day you do not drive in that area. Just due to how bad traffic is, because there's only like 2 bridges to go to that place from where I'm at. And that just hard ruins the traffic. So if they play at those hours, it's like I can't go. Because I don't want to have to get stuck there in traffic for like an hour and a half to play like one game if it's later in the day. Which I kind of get, but like, eh. Because it's a good group. And he taught a lot of people. And he won this major event. But, like, I guess for humbling concepts, if you're worried about your memory of rules, he even forgot some rules. Like, he didn't fully understand some of the rules. And from what I saw in the tournament, there were a bunch of people who kind of like finagled ideas about how the rules are written a little bit. Specifically in climbing and dropping. Verticality in the game is not well written. The terrain we played on, though, at this event was 3D printed. It was some of the like foldable 3D print terrain. Good thing I bought the new glue. I figured this glue was done. There's a little bit of give and take, though. I think a lot of events I've been watching stream, because I got Wargames Live on my side monitor. A lot of these events get their terrain from like printing companies and MDF companies, which I can't imagine Games Workshop likes. That these events, the big events that get people into the game, are like, yeah, don't get the terrain from them. It's not good. It's super expensive. This model is gonna look insane, dude. So this is the main thing I need, because there's all these little poppable holes here. We'll pre-glue the edges like this. To make sure it fits. And then when I go to paint it, I'll probably have to put my little putty in each of these divots. Which is perfectly fine. The only alternative is when I'm painting them, I'm going to have to get to a certain point where I get my putty onto this character. Because I want these to be really crazy. I actually bought this for them. Light green yellow shade because it's very opaque. So I sort of want these to be like a magenta to this like green right here.